It comes with the daggone gnat. Did I get him? Heck no. Oh, I got him that time. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. This is my planer, and right now it lives under my workbench. Almost every single epoxy project runs through this machine, and most of my other projects, this gets used as well. Every single time I need it, I have to deadlift it from underneath this workbench like I'm auditioning for a strongman competition. So today, we're gonna fix that. If you've been following along, you know that I've been slowly tearing the shop apart to rebuild it the way I actually want it. The joiner finally got a real home, and now it's the planer's turn. So I've reached out to Powertech after the router table build, and I pitched them on this cart because honestly, I needed a solution, and their stuff's already held up pretty well and proved to be high quality. They were on board and sent over their metal planer cart. SpeTool actually reached out after my portable drill guide review and sent me their track saw square to test out, so that's going to work out in this build too. Be sure to wait and see that. I don't have a final plan for the cabinet yet, and I won't until this frame is actually in front of me, so step one is getting it built. Let's do it. The instructions say I need a 12 millimeter and a 17 millimeter. It takes a 30. It's taking a 13 millimeter for this. The Powertech planer cart is assembled and put together. So it stands right at about 29.5 inches tall. The top is an MDF top with melamine sandwiching the MDF in between. This thing only weighs about 50 pounds altogether, but it's rock solid. The top has pre-drilled mounting holes for your planer. It's got a shelf down the middle, so it is mobile with the two wheels on the back side there, and then this caster assembly, or this caster system here, that you push it down and you can move it around, and then it's set in place, and it's not going anywhere. It's got adjustable feet down here to get it leveled out wherever you put it in the shop. My plan for this is similar to what I did with the router table, where I took the Powertech router table metal frame and then built storage drawers and stuff inside of it, kind of cabinet style. I don't know how many drawers I'm gonna be able to fit in it. I'm hoping at least 2. I might could squeeze 3 in here. I don't know. I know for sure I'll get 1. The overall idea is to close the sides and the back off using plywood, and then build the drawers inside of it. We'll get the planer mounted on here, get some measurements, and start planning out the cabinet part. So of course the holes on my planer do not line up with the pre-drilled holes, but that's okay. We will figure that out. Things I need to consider: this is going to park up against a wall. The outfeed table would fold up, but the dust shroud prevents this from going all the way up. If I center this thing, it'll sit out away from the wall further. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. All right, I think I've got it figured out. I've got these little hold down clamps that was on my drill press that I don't use anymore, but I've only got 2 of them. So for one side, I'll just secure it on here and latch it on each side. And then for the other side, I've cut some 2.5 inch blocks. I'll drill some holes in there. I've got these jig parts that I got from Powertech a while back that I can use to clamp down on the other side as I tighten up the screws on this. And I've got a solution for the dust shroud also. I forgot that this thing detaches really easily with these 2 screw knobs, so I can take this off when it's not in use, fold this up, and it'll go up against the wall nice and tight, and it'll be fine. And for this, I can create some type of system on the side that I can just hang this on when I store it away. So yeah, we'll figure that out when we get to that point. But I think we're good. All right, here's the part where I actually have to think. I know I would like to have 3 drawers in here. I know I can fit at least 2, but I really won't know exactly what I can fit in here until I take some measurements and figure out what I'm working with. All right, so I've got part of a plan. I don't know. We're gonna wing it as we go. Why not? I'm probably gonna be better off if I take this middle shelf out, and then I can remove these 2 middle brackets. Really, the only purpose the brackets are serving is to hold the middle shelf, and I'm gonna take that out. The only other alternative purpose it would serve is just for additional support and bracing in the middle here. But once I build the cabinet in there, there's not really a need for that. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go ahead and measure and cut for the back to go ahead and close the back in. For the back, I'm probably just going to use 1/8 or 1/4 inch ply, whatever I have over there. Then I've got to figure out how to close in the sides. I think it would look better if the plywood was flush against here, but then I got to figure out what to do about the drawer slides later on. I don't know. I'm still going to think on that. For right now, I'm going to take this out and break some plywood down for this back panel here. So let's do that. So I have this 3D printed track square and it works great. The issue with it is once it's on, it's really hard to get off, so I just kind of keep it on there. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. SpeTool, 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 Spe. They sent me over their track square to give it a shot. So let's try it out. This thing is solid. right out of the box. First cut, perfectly square. This is gonna save me a ton of time. Because usually I'm measuring, I'm setting up, I'm setting clamps. With this rail guide, I literally just clamp it on, make my mark, set the track, and just rip it. And that's it. It is solid as a rock. It is very high quality. I like it. I'm taking the bolts that the middle shelf bracket was attached with. I've drilled some holes. I'll attach this now with that. Once I get the side panels in, it'll mostly keep it in place. So this is kind of where I'm stuck. Do I bring the whole side panel in, flush with this, and just make life easier when installing the drawers? Or do I try to mount it flush to the outside so that it looks better from the outside, and then figure out the drawer slides later? I don't know. Drop a comment, let me know what you would do, and keep watching to see what I do. We'll figure it out eventually. All right, so I have gone back and forth on the inside wall here and how I'm going to do my drawers a lot. As a matter of fact, it's probably been a week since I've even made any progress on this, but I'm an overthinker. First of all, as you can see, I did end up mounting the cabinet sides flush to the outside. So now I've been racking my brain, how am I going to flush up the drawer slides? The plan right now is I'm going to take these 3/4 inch strips, rip them at 1 5/8 inches, then I'll put them in here, and then I'll just take strips of 3/4 inch plywood, put it in there. Once I rip it, it'll be flush, and just run it that way. That way this will be flush to here, and I'll just do this. I'll just attach these wherever I'm going to end up putting my drawer slides. I'm going to do 4 drawers, and I'll probably do them all 4 the same because there's not a ton of space here anyway, and it'll be all right. All right, let's move on. All right, so I've got those rails mounted and the drawer slides already attached. One of the benefits of doing it this way is I was able to attach the drawer slides before I mounted those little rails. So that's convenient, makes things a whole lot easier. So time to build some drawers, and I'm going to start with the bottom drawer first. make sure that fits right, and then I'll move on to the next drawer. All right, so I just want to stop and kind of go over where we're at and what we've got going on here. So we've built basically a cabinet storage system inside of this metal frame. The frame itself is very rock solid. I've got the planer locked down on here. My particular planer is a little bit on the larger size than some of the others of this lunchbox style, so it didn't fit the pre-drilled holes. As a matter of fact, I had to get a little bit creative and figure out how to clamp this thing down, but it's not going anywhere. It's fine. It comes with the daggone gnat. Did I get him? Heck no. Oh, I got him that time. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. Anyway, it comes with casters. It's got leveling feet on the side over here so that you can get it level. I gotta be honest, when I first got this, I was like, man, I don't know how many drawers I'm gonna be able to fit on here. And when I was looking at it on the website, it didn't look like I was gonna be able to do but so much in here. To my surprise, I was able to get quite a bit of storage in this cabinet here. So I was able to fit 4 drawers on the bottom. I've got 2 4.5-inch drawers, and the top 2 drawers are 3-inch drawers. So that's a ton of storage that I've now added to my shop. I'm not a huge fan of cabinet style storage. It just ends up being a space for everything to get lost, and you don't feel like looking for it because it's a pain. Drawers can be a lot more organized, and even the deep bottom drawers, you can fit a lot of your other tools and things in there. So I'm really a fan of drawers. With all the drawers that I have built in my shop in this current endeavor that I'm on here with upgrading my shop, you would think that I would get much better at drawers. Drawers hate me. I'm not sure why. I got 2 drawers here that open and close perfectly. They are fabulous. The one on the bottom, it's a different drawer slide. It's not soft close. But this one on the top, I got to push it in. But the drawers, I've checked and double checked and quadruple checked. Each drawer box is square. And so it's just got to be my slide mount. And I was very careful. I thought, on how I mounted my slides. It never fails. I just cannot seem to get a full cabinet build where the drawers are just perfect. Another thing that I noticed looking back on this build, I don't like the way the drawers sit out here. I very much should have designed it where it was inset, sitting in, like, you know, flush to this outside here. But you know what, it's shop furniture. I'm not gonna go back and redo it. Besides, if I went back and redid it, my luck, the two drawers that are good would be screwed up. So I'm going to let it be. For the most part, the spacing and everything came out fairly good, pretty good-ish. I'm getting better with the drawers, but this top one really is just... But anyway, so what I'm doing now is 3D printing some Gridfinity bases to add a Gridfinity storage system inside some of these drawers. I don't even know what I'm going to store in there yet, but it's going to get filled. We'll figure it out. Every time I build a new set of drawers or a new cabinet, I kind of reorganize or revamp what gets stored where and that storage organization system. I've built quite a few so far. I mean, you know, I got the router table, I built the planer cart. Something that I haven't shown on any of my social medias yet is I turned a fireplace into a cabinet of drawers because, well, I don't use the fireplace. I mean, who uses a fireplace in a basement? Whatever. I've got this dust shroud that attaches back here. I'm gonna remove it when I'm not using it just so that I can raise and lower the outfeed table back here. I gotta try to figure out how I can build some sort of bracket or something on the side to store or mount this, maybe on that side. That's what we're gonna figure out and move to next. And then I have one more accessory that I'm pretty excited about that will add to this cart before it's done. So let's get going with making a mounting bracket for the dust shroud. So I told you that I had one more surprise feature for this. Powertech also sent over the safety power tool paddle switch. I know there's already technically a safety switch here, right, that I could easily reach and just hit if there was some type of emergency or something. That's fine. But if I'm feeding stuff through, I'm handling boards in my hand or whatever, I want a way where I can just hit that paddle switch with my knee on this side to shut the machine down in a hurry if I need to. We're gonna unbox this, get it out, and figure out a mounting system for this and get it on there. And this thing is a wrap.